appreciate you for that submission, and Biafrans are still hitting on, and we are pulling through. You can see the information that I posted there from Punch. Nigeria Medical Association organization has conducted court-ordered check on Nnamdi Kanu and submit a report. The Nigerian Medical Association conducts court-ordered check on Nnamdi Kanu and submit a report. So we know that these people are just playing different kinds of games. They are spilling different kinds of lies, distracting themselves, thinking that they are distracting us. But we can never be distracted. No matter the lie they push there, no matter the propaganda, no matter all the nonsense they are pushing out, we don't care. All we are saying that as they have done the test, I hope they are not going to doctor it. According to the information, they say they choose professionals from the 7 zones in Nigeria. The 7 political zones. They are crazy and idiotic political zone. They choose professionals from each zone, and they have successfully conducted the check on Nnamdi Kanu. And finally, they have submitted results. So what we are expecting now is for the one that called himself the judge, Omotosho, to now look into it, and let's see whether if he's not going to allow Nnamdi Kanu to go, whether he's going to come out to another reason. Because at least we know that before anything he has to do, he has to also contact the Attorney General of the Federation. It's the Attorney General of the Federation that will direct him and tell him what to say and what to do. So let's wait and see what they're going to do with that report that comes out. We know that the zoo cannot be trusted. Everyone should know that what we are talking about is the abuse of human rights. Gross abuse of human rights. International law guarantees that every detainee has the right to medical treatment, the best they can offer. Every detainee have the right to the best medical treatment. Even including criminals that are jailed, everybody that's been jailed, people that are jailed already, they have the right to life, and they have the right to the best medical treatment. That is what the international law says. Even Nigerian law itself confirmed that a detainee, even a prisoner, has the right to proper medical care, the best that can be offered. But today we are seeing Nnamdi Kanu, who is innocent. Because no matter what you say, according to their law, an accused person remains innocent until proven otherwise. That is what the law of Nigeria says. That an accused person remains guilty remains innocent until he is proven guilty. So Nnamdi Kanu is an innocent man, and yet having a very serious critical health condition, and they have refused him to get the treatment he wants. They have refused him from getting treatment, and they are playing with his life, toiling with him. Now they have ended up in gathering the best of their best in Nigeria. They came together and conducted a test, and they say they have now submitted the result to Omotosho, the judge, which will also be submitted to the Attorney General. So let us see the decision they're going to take about the health of Nnamdi Kanu. Either he's going to get the treatment or not. We are waiting to hear from them and hear what is going to be the next action. Now that the tests have been conducted, let's see the other excuses they're going to come up with. Nigeria is a terrorist country. I didn't say it. A court in Canada confirmed it and said it. So I'm quoting what the court in Canada said. The court in Canada said that all the ruling parties in Nigeria are terrorist organizations. And he mentioned PDP and APC. And these two parties are the ones that are in charge of Nigeria. If a terrorist organization is in charge of Nigeria, what does that make Nigeria? That makes Nigeria a terrorist country. So when I say it unapologetically, based on the reports that was made by a competent court in Canada. A report that was made by a competent court is what is supposed to be happening if the word was genuine, if the word was sincere. What is supposed to be happening today that any official of Nigerian government, anybody that travels anywhere in the name of Nigerian government should be arrested and jailed. If the world was fair, if we had some, if the United Nations was real and the world was fair, any official of Nigerian government that travels out of that boundary, out of that circle, he is supposed to be in jail. He's a terrorist. But of course, their double standard will not allow them. That is why they continue to play on people's intelligence. That is why they continue to speak their lies. That is why they continue to preach. They still have the confidence to hold an innocent man and refuse him from having his treatment. The world must hear us and hear us clear. What is going on in the northern part of Nigeria is going on in other parts of Nigeria at the same time. This is not an isolated case. And more reports are coming in about this atrocity. Much more reports are coming in, which I'm going to try to show some of them so that we can see. So when we are talking about these issues, it is not just an isolated case.
Issues. There is a news that I saw. I think that should be all these bloggers. There is a news that I saw. Some people that they kidnapped from Obibo since 2000 and I think that should be 2020. About 90. I think that should be about 95 boys.
Yes, I saw it. They are still there. They are still detained. People kidnapped in Obibo.
They are still detained in Kaduna. Is it Kaduna? They can.
Yes, in the north. I think Kanu.
And out of 90 something of them that they have done that time, about 4 of them have died. And up till now they are still holding them. And I'm going to say that Wike is not aware of those boys that they are holding, because he's one that maximized the whole abduct that takes place in Rivers State that time. And he's still sitting down as minister. He calls himself a minister.
That is Nigeria for you.
For him to release in people, he's still using his own flesh and blood for politics. What are they even telling the international world that is even watching them? That is Nigeria for you. That is what we are telling our people today. They should not allow Nigeria to happen to them before they will do what they're supposed to do. Channel TV, I think he's one of them. It's our system well. But when we are telling them that they should do the needful, they are working together with Nigeria, telling lies against his people. Today, Nigeria have happened to her. And every one of them are still coming out. Hussein Rufai is there. Him that is even talking before. Because of the heat and everything that they have, Nigerians have given him. The people that he's working for, he cannot speak boldly again. That is what they will continue to be doing until Nigeria is going to happen to every one of them before they will do the needful. And so many of them like that. This is time for everybody to speak up. Don't allow Nigeria to happen to you before you do the needful. Because everything is right in our present today. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. This is a report now. This one is a report about 1 hour ago. Our brother posted it 1 hour ago. You see what happened this 1 hour ago? Gunmen kill 4. Shoot teenager near Lagos Barrack. 4 people have been killed, while a stray bullet injured 14-year-old boy after gunmen attack a crowded snooker spots near a military barrack in the Ojo area of Lagos. Punch Metro learned that the incident occurred on Saturday night, just yesterday, on Saturday night, at the Onereki bus stop, where the snooker sport is located. A correspondent gathered on Sunday that the assailants stormed the area around 9 p.m., headed straight to the location and opened fire on the people present. Among the casualties were noodles vendor who was said to have died on the spot. This is your Nigeria. This is the Zoological Republic. These are the kind of news you are seeing there every place. Look at another one. 9 LGAs in Kwara under siege. This is Kwara State. Kwara State. You see, when we are saying that these cases are not isolated cases, it is not because we want to talk or want to make noise. But when they come, they leave it and they talk only about northern Christians, as if it's isolated. It's not an isolated case. It is happening everywhere. It is hot everywhere. So if they genuinely want to stop this atrocity, they should come in and do what they have to do. Look at it. Look at it. 9 LGA in Kwara under siege. Bandits demand food, drink as ransom. You can imagine. You can imagine. Bandits demand food, drink as ransom. Kwara State has been in the eyes of the storm lately over accident attack on residents by unrelenting bandits and kidnappers, particularly in the northern and southern part of the states. Despite spirited effort of the government to combat insecurity, among the 16 local governments in the states, the 5 local governments otherwise called Emirate Council, namely Ilorin East, Ilorin West, Ilorin South, Asa, Moro, have not been seriously affected by the ongoing insecurity. Did you see that? Did you see that? They left the area. Those people that have accepted them as caliphate, Ilorin and Co., all those people that the Janjaweed are in charge of, all those places that are in charge, you see, they left every other place. They left every other place, but they focus on those areas. Those very areas where they are not in charge, that is where they focus. You can imagine. Among the 16 local government that have been taken over, just hear the report from Nigeria. Among they've taken over, they said the 5 local government, otherwise called Emirate Councils. The Emirate Councils, namely Ilorin East, Ilorin West, Ilorin South, Asa, and Moro, have not been seriously affected by the ongoing insecurity. That should speak volume. When we talk about the Islamization of Nigeria by force, some of you think it's a joke. You think we are just saying out of hate. It's not out of hate. Look at it. The same with Offa and Oyu local government, leaving the remaining 9 local governments scattered in southern and northern part of the state under siege of killing and abduction by the bandits. And the funny thing is that they continue to use this name bandit. These people are not bandits, these are terrorists. I have shown their video here. That video doesn't look like those people in convoy with ammunitions, and they still continue to call this bandit. I cannot understand. This was one of the evil the late Muhammad Buhari performed. The late Muhammad Buhari made sure he forced Nigerian criminals, idiots, to begin to address these people as bandits, bunch of terrorists. Buhari made them acceptable to Nigerians, gave them a guy name, and people continue to address them in that name. Sunday Vanguard reliably gathered that the bandits comprising mostly herdsmen from Zamfara, terrorists, not bandits, and Sokoto State, who infiltrated Kwara through Niger State, in connivance with some locals, have been perpetrating the current criminalities in the state for some time now. It was also gathered that they operate in the thick forest in the northern and southern part of the state, where they have settled for close to 30 years now. Sources said these people resided in the thick forest, in connivance with some locals who provide information, reportedly embraced the business of kidnapping some years back, having realized that it is a much easier means of making quick and big money, turning them overnight into billionaires. Reported cases of abduction and killing started in local government in the northern part of the state, namely Edu, Patigi, Barutun, and Kayama about 4 years ago before it became a regular occurrence. Just as we are shouting now.
And Kayama.
Banting and Kayama.
And Kayama.
Yeah.
Kayama,
so,
yes.
So many of them now, just as we are talking now, nobody wants to speak. They want to isolate it and talk about it now until when it begins to spread everywhere and cover up everywhere before the international communities will now come and begin to speak about it. This one is in Pankari village in Edo local government, Edo local government. Among several other attacks, armed bandits abducted a woman in late night assault in August. As if this weren't enough, bandits launched a second brutal attack on Lataworo community in Edo local government, forcing residents to flee. Also, a prominent businessman was abducted in Saragi in Edo. In another attack, bandits killed a newlywed and stole hundreds of cows in Bankuji, Saragi community in the LDA. There were also unreported cases of the killings of farmers on their farm and abduction in Kayama local government. Similarly, in August, 6 people were kidnapped in Mutukun and Agboro community in Patigi local government, while 6 others suffered gunshot wound during the operation. In Kwara South, being the immediate neighbor of Kwara North, in the September in Bambala community in Ifeludun local government, 2 people were abducted shortly after Governor Abdurrahman Abdulaziz visited. Just after the visit of the governor, they strike. Sunday Vanguard gathered that more than 90% of the families and relations of the abductees, since the crisis of the insecurity started, have been put under financial pressure by raising hundreds of millions of naira demanded by kidnappers. A development that made kidnapping unstoppable in the state. No sane person would fold his arms when kidnappers demand ransom to free their loved ones. Today, aside the millions they demand, they have added drinks, food. You can imagine. You can imagine. After money, they request for drinks. You cook food and bring, etc. in their list. Emmanuel Aye Orobe, a former chairman of the Nigerian Labour Congress, NLC, in Kwara State, who contributed money towards releasing an abductee friend, told Sunday Vanguard, many business and life have been ruined financially in process of securing families and friends from jaws of bandits. And you can hear this in their conventional news. They play it down. 9 local government in Kwara State under siege. Bandit demand food and drink as part of the ransom. That is how bad it has gotten. How other low can it go? How other low can it go? How low can the zoo go than this? Okay, my brother, go on. Yeah.
The fact here remains that all of these stories are so irritating. And why I'm saying this is like this. You know, what else, just like you asked, that the international communities are waiting for? And before we even go to that line, let's start internally. My brother mentioned Rufai Husseini. This Rufai Husseini has been coming out bragging in one way or the other. But he cannot say the truth, I mean, in total or at length. Reason being that they are, you know, a kind of blindfolded, they have been blindfolded because, or otherwise, they have been made agents of the terrorist government of Nigeria. So they can come out to say the truth at length, even if anyone tries it to cover up. Like some of them, particularly from what I discovered from Rufai Husseini, is that he do say lightly about the things that are happening just for a cover up to look at him like a white sheep who is very innocent and is outspoken and truthful, just using that for a cover up. He has already been blindfolded by this terrorist government because they are beneficiaries from the terrorist government of APC and PDP and the terrorist government of the Fulani in entirety. And all of these major media, major stream media of Nigeria, they cannot, mention all of these truths because they have been blindfolded, they have been bought over. They are doing the task of their taskmasters. They can't say it. Now, before I still cross to the international community's case, let me come to Nnamdi Kanu's case. You mentioned, whether medical association of whether Nigeria or something. Who is this medical association of Nigeria or something? Who are the people? Is it not the same constituted organization by the same terrorist governments? They are being serviced with money. Why would they come out with something better? Of course, this is not just a prediction, but it's a reality. It's what is real, is rampant, is plain, is going to happen. They are not going to come forth with any good thing, any good result, like which the world will look at, or people will look at and say, yes, these people are really human. They are doing the needful. They can't. Okay, if Nnamdi Kanu, from time, even the international communities, and not just that, even internally, our people knows that by law, by the same law that Nigeria themselves signed, which is through Africa Charter, then the United Nations, law, the international law as a whole, they are signatories to it. But yet they found it. But yet they violate it. If they can do this by kidnapping Nnamdi Kanu in the first place, which is to say they have fallen in love, and moreover, they claim that they are going to try him, and the entire world, even from internally, our people are watching the injustices going on, meted on this young man, that fair trial is not given to him. And of which, in the very first place, one who is learned, who is civilized, should understand that by violating this international law against the right of Nnamdi Kanu to kidnap him, they have no single right to stand in trial, and they all permit it. The doctors are there, they have been there, nobody said anything, and the same people are the ones coming to conduct a checkup on Nnamdi Kanu and claiming that they have submitted the report to a motor shop or whoever. And people will still rejoice, and others will giving out this report and all of that. And of course, other international communities have come up to say, release this man. And they cannot release him till now, which is disobedience, which is, following law. And yet, nothing is being done. I don't know, the people are just playing. This is just a formality to keep deceiving us. They are the only thing that will make them at a point of okay, we have freed Nnamdi Kanu is when all of the poison they have given to him will start reacting in a drastic way, such as they will look at it that, oh, this man has only few days to give up the ghost. Then they will free him. To them, that is the plan already on ground. Even the same people that are known as the, how do you call them, the Medical Association of Nigeria also. All of them are conniving to the same evil. Now, the people who are indigents in the country have been blindfolded with money. And which money is this? Money from Biafra land, our mineral resources. Others are being given substance. Others are being given money to be bought away from, coming out to be real, to say the real thing or do the needful. Other than backing them to change narratives against the innocent people, the Biafrans. Master, are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
There is no other play here other than this gameplay. And moreover, crossing to the international communities, they have been hearing, they have all of this information, like more than even we do. They have it. They are not saying anything, they are not doing anything because they have been bought over. Other nations that seem to have money, but the mineral resources they don't have is what they have been blindfolded with because they need it from Nigeria. Unlike Finland, in exchange of our fuel. And then other international nations or communities, they need money, and Nigeria is robbing them with enough. And they are all into partners in crime. And that's why in one of the broadcasts, one of the days, I say, I am here to see wise people who will understand that freedom is meant for every mankind, every human being, irrespective of race, so that they will now come up to do the needful and say, let's keep food aside, let's keep money aside, let's keep material things aside, let's be truthful to ourselves. If this could happen to me or to my own people that we believe the same thing, I won't be fine about it. So it's happening to a set humans like me. So let me come out to speak the truth, to do the needful, to fight for these people. So they stop deceiving themselves, because this deception, not just to us world, but to themselves as well, because they are fellow humans. But one thing that I know is this: let the international communities not forget what I'm going to say. Now, Buhari, which is a Fulani, was the one who conducted the kidnapping of Nnamdi Kanu in collaboration with our people, no doubt, our governors. Now, they are keeping him in, torture, this kind of torture they are giving to him for how many years now? And, a kind of dealing with his rights. And then, with all of this, they are matching to him. Today, Buhari is not on seat. He's not on seat. But the Yorubas are the ones in the seat of power today. And they have taken over from where he stops by the guide and, the instruction of the Fulanis themselves. And this person, known as, so-called President Tinubu, is doing what he is doing with his cohorts. And then Omotosho is also a Yoruba man. The Army Chief of Staff is also a Yoruba man. And other people who are sitting in, front seats of the arms of the government. Now, if this is like this, then invariably the Yoruba nation is fighting the Biafrans. And you know what that means? If anything should happen to Nnamdi Kanu, it's going to be bloody. Let the world know it. Because it will be taken again. Because enough is enough. So what they should look at, like I earlier said, the earlier, the better. they do the needful to arrest this situation, because prevention is better than cure. And moreover, the same Fulani government is dragging other international nations into the same game that is going to be bloody too. Finland is holding our prime minister there. This in collaboration with the Nigerian terrorist government, because they have promised them something. And they are holding him there when he has no case. It's the same thing they did to get their freedom. Is what our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa find himself into. And today they are holding him there, forgetting that if they are holding him and they are calling him a terrorist, invariably Finland is also a terrorist nation, because that was the way they got their freedom. So they shouldn't forget all of this, that they are joining hands with evil government of Nigeria to do all this harm with the Biafrans. And of course, they should not forget we are the children of God, the same Israelites. The same way as many nations that will gather to surround Israel will not defeat them, the same way they won't defeat us, because God is involved. When the time comes, it's going to be bloody. They shouldn't forget it. But the earlier they look at it and take a step to like prevent this, the better, and that will make them wise people too. I think this is a warning I am giving to them. Both the Yorubas, they shouldn't forget, because they will face it. And Finland, any international community that is playing any bad game against the Biafrans or trading on the heads of Biafrans, they shouldn't forget this. It's going to be something else. But if they are wise, the better, the earlier the better they do the needful. As I speak with you, I don't know what they are waiting for. Normally, the judiciary used to be an independent, arm of government, and not joining into the politics of the national government or federal government to say. But at this time, the government of the Nigeria are the ones appointing both the judges, the attorney generals, general of the nation, and the rest. So, what do you expect? Omotosho is doing the will of his master, the president, and the rest of the judges. So, there is nothing good we are going to expect from these people other than the evil they have plotted to do against Nnamdi Kanu, against Simon Ekpa, against the Biafrans who are out to really speak up over the evil, the genocide they are committing and perpetrating upon the Biafrans. The world should know this. There is nothing again like they are waiting for which information or to gather which data. They have enough to do the needful. And so I am warning them, the earlier the better, because certainly the judgment of God will rain upon them. In no distant time, if they continue this, unless they will wash their hands out of it by doing the needful and on time. I think I rest my case for the moment.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. You have spoken well. I appreciate you for that very submission. And we are going to be rounding up now. We have spent a lot of time on the program today, and we have done the needful. I saw my brother Christian came in, and maybe he's busy at work. I know most of the time he's coming from the working place. He left. So we're going to be rounding up. And bro Christian, if you're still there, you can send a request, or we're going to round it up now to see how we can be able to end the program and continue next. Hopefully in the evening. I'm going to be back again in the evening. So if you cannot be able to join us now, you can join me in the evening. We can continue to preach the gospel. I saw you when you came in and you couldn't be able to continue. So we're going to be rounding up on the program. We'll spend 3 hours or more. So we're going to keep it there and we'll come back again later in the evening to continue on this very message of the sit-at-home. Peace man, I can see the peace man. We are rounding up and you just came in. So give us your submission so we can be able to close up the program. Go ahead, peace man.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
You're welcome, peace man. You're welcome.
Yeah. Today is our sit-at-home. And I'm very, very happy that Biafrans have waken up. They have waken up and we continue the sit-at-home. And I can see that the coming of Biafra is drawing nearer. I can see that. I can perceive that, you know. And you are doing a wonderful job, you know. Keep on, because it's not easy. Every day you come here and be preaching the gospel. Those who have ears should hear, and those who don't have ears should also make sure they buy ear and hear you very well, you know. And I want to ask you a question about our Prime Minister. I heard that they have granted his court appeal.
Yeah, our Prime Minister has his appeal. We're expecting to hear his appeal by this month, by God's grace. Though the information we are having is sketchy, but his appeal already been approved. So
the information I'm hearing is that the court have granted him appeal that he's going to, you know, to the last court appeal by the Finnish government. So I said, okay, let me confirm from you if it's true. That they have.
It's true. It's true. The information is true. His appeal has been granted.
Okay.
But we are not sure of the date yet. We are still waiting. The information is sketchy, so we got to keep our eyes and ears on the ground to know when the date is going to come up.
Because I was hearing what is his name? Ajere was telling the people he can deceive. I don't know the people he deceive. He was saying that they should bring money that to help our Prime Minister for his court appeal. Did they use money to make appeal, or appeal is it free?
Of course, it's free. Listen, it's free because it's the government that is providing the logistics, the lawyer, the everything. So, India no abonon the napo, my dear brother. So let nobody be deceived.
Yeah, but last time I told him that appeal is free, it's not money. Then he kicked me out.
Yeah, that is how they do. The napo.
That is when I know that maybe his conscience is telling him that I know that they want to defraud people money. You know,
he's a trained pastor now. You know, son, I train zoo. I boy train them.
And he also told people that they should bring that a pastor. I don't know, is it a Sebastian or I don't know. He said that he claimed that he live in Italy. He's a prophet. That he need 100 to donate money. Money for what? Money for what? 100 men to donate for what? Now they are now using this Biafran freedom to be taking money from people. Look at Ogenkere is snapping picture, telling people he went to Washington DC, and he's double bringing it in Facebook. And
let us keep our word on the track. Let's remain on the track where we are. Those people are distraction. Let us not be mentioning names and all. They are distraction. Because these things are very simple things that everybody should know. It's a very simple thing. The process of the court and the lawyers and how you pick your lawyers and whatever. And from the onset, Master Simon Ekpa, in the first level of the court, the government provided a lawyer for him. In this appeal section, If he wants to have additional lawyer, he's going to do it himself. And as I'm telling you, everything that has to do with his lawyers who are standing for him, no single idiot is contributing anything. Don't mind them.
But Mazichus, under the provision, the appeal procedure is guaranteed. So that is a procedure. You go from the judgment. You go from the judgment to appeal before the final bus stop where you can no longer go any further. But as long as that provision is there for you, the government that is providing the logistics, the lawyer payment and provision will continue until you exhaust your appeal procedure. Then you can no longer go any further. But for the time being, is the Finnish government that is providing make appeal for you, because they have the lawyers, and like I said, it's a procedural steps. So nobody,
right.
But
it's a procedural step. When you get to that appeal, Mazi Simon Ekpa is the one that is going to put in for the appeal. So when you put in for the appeal, if he's not satisfied with the lawyer that is standing for him, he has the right to pick a lawyer. The only place they restrict it to only Finnish lawyer is on that district court. In district court, it must be a government lawyer. It must be a Finnish lawyer. But when you go to that appeal, according to their laws, we had a route in that appeal, international lawyers, professionals I need. You don't use lay judges like they use lay judges in that their district court. In the district court, they use lay judges. Ordinary citizens, they go and fight them and they stand as judges. But in the appeal court, it's a different thing. Well, it's done in a more professional way. So if you are not satisfied with the lawyer they gave you, or to be able to expand your case, you can get lawyers. You can get your own lawyers.
That is the thing. I don't know the law of Finland so well. I don't know it well enough. But the thing is, if they insist that they will be the one, like most situations, the government will not give you the opportunity to get a personal lawyer. But maybe there's the provision that you can get your own personal lawyer. I don't know about that, but based on what I know, in some cases, not all cases, the government will provide you the lawyer, pay for it, everything. And if you are not satisfied, if you want to appeal, it's also a provision in it that you can appeal without having to pay. But if it's different, I don't know. But anyway,
in the case of Finland, they have 3 stages. The only stage where you cannot take a lawyer is that first stage.
Okay.
That is the one you cannot take lawyer. But in appeal, you can get your own lawyer. You can get your own lawyer and put. If you're not satisfied with whatever lawyer they are giving you, not that they will not give you. If you cannot be able to afford it, they can still give you. They will still give you a lawyer to represent you. But if you can afford a lawyer, you want to get a lawyer, you can get a lawyer when you're going for appeal to expand your case and make it listen. But anybody that is telling you to contribute money for any lawyer from Master Simon is a lie. It's just a fraud. Master Simon never has not made such request, and he didn't send anybody for such kind of a thing. So
anyway, Brachu, thank you very much. And I want to advise my people, my Biafran people, is that please, we should join hands together and pray to Almighty Chukwu Okike Abiama, so that our Prime Minister will win this last case. Because if he wins this last case and it comes out, automatically our leader Nnamdi will be out. I'm telling you the truth, because that Simon, our Prime Minister, is the only person that I know that is capable to make sure that our leader comes out. Because if we fold our hand, we shouldn't be looking at Hope Uzodinma and all these gullible governors and what is his name, Oti, pretender. That one is a pretender, but he's doing well. He's doing well, but he's a pretender. So we shouldn't look them. We, the Biafrans, civilians, the citizens, we should stand up and make sure that that man called Nnamdi comes out. This is gone. I'm telling you people the truth. Oh. People should wake up. Oh. I'm telling you people the truth. Because if Simon comes out, that man is out automatically. That is all I have to say. Thank you very much, bro.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bro Christian, over to you.
Yeah, Master. So, maybe I forget the mentee where I get for mine. But anyway, these people, they always question. They deliberately, the caliphate, they beat them so much so that fear is palpable in Nigeria. A brother talked about Rufai Hosseini. I think that is the journalist one from VOP. You know, all these people, they are calling them bandits. So just so as to minimize, you know, the gravity of what these people are doing. The bandit does not go to military barracks. Bandits, you go and find the definition meaning of the word bandit. They don't go to and kidnap, cut away with weapons. Bandit doesn't do that. Bandit doesn't shoot down airplane and airplane. Unbelievable. So, but because just like that brother said that Rufai and the rest of them, not just him, all of them basically they are blindfolded. No, I think it's two things. One is that because they are evil, criminal, one Nigerian is, they don't want to beat the drum, like call it what it is, so that Nigeria doesn't get to a point where it disintegrates. But it's going to happen either way. And secondly is that the fear, like I said, has become order of the day. Well, that is why you see people, regardless of region, when they are analyzing the problem in Nigeria, there's always the because the fear is always there that either you become a target or the station or YouTube could face the anger of the caliphate. So everybody is mindful. That is how much the Islamic Fulani terrorists has beaten down everybody in the country. Everybody is so scared. You can talk, but you always be mindful how you talk, not to make it clear for what it is. Because what it is, undoubtedly, is that the Islamic Sharia Fulani proponents, their game is just one. And that is to take over, slowly but surely, take over the entire country and turn it to Islamic Caliphate. That's all they want.
Simple.
Now,
that's all they want.
Yeah, that's it. Everything you see going on is just a preamble. They are all their target is just that because, like I said, over many decades, they've mapped it out how to make Nigeria an Islamic country. So they are bringing everything, every tactics, using everything to make it go to that direction. That is what it's all about. You know, so obviously now, I think I read something too that a gunman came to Lagos, right? And so that behavior is the behavior of the Fulani jihadist terrorists. That is their pattern. Because so they can spin it all they want, but let me tell you that these guys, they are already all over the place. These Fulani Islamic terrorists massacring people all over the place. They are already all over the place, including in the southeast too, including in the south and in the Yoruba land, in Kwara, everywhere. They're all over the place. So they will now.
Only in the southeast is where they are not too much bold enough to come out openly.
Yeah. Yes.
Look at Kwara State. Look at Kwara State is what I'm showing you here. Now look at convoy. Look at their convoy in Kwara State. How is this one bandit? This is you are saying. How does it look at bandit?
How is that bandit? Exactly. But you ask yourself, why then do they continue to call it bandits? Why are they refusing to call it for what it is? Just so they can continue to fool the world. You know, when America now, when they now say the genocide against Christians, they are looking for everywhere to turn it, to make it look like what is not. So this is the deception, and that is why also it's going to consume them eventually. Because basically when they cover in sin, they prosper because you're not going to even see light. So Nigeria, they are covering everything that is happening, even when it's staring them right in the face. So obviously, this one word I'm going to say, the one thing I'm going to say now to the Yorubas, and I'm directing it to the Yorubas strictly, that is that we have never, as Ndigbo, as Biafran, we have never knowingly or unknowingly go go after the Yoruba personnel, either political, whatever. In these recent years, in this recent memory, it has never happened. Abiola that was put in prison by the Fulanis, the northern government or caliphate, and he died in the prison. We have no hand in it. In fact, it was an Igbo man, come from us, if you remember, that was on his side. And in spite of the threat facing him by the military regime,
even during Abiola's death, we lost the more. We lost lives. Yeah. We lost properties. We lost a lot in Abiola's death.
Yeah. So Humphrey also, in spite of the threat, military threat, he came out to declare Abiola the legitimate winner of the election. He died in the prison, and somehow they compensated the Yorubas because of that. Now, so Nnamdi Kanu, the same Yorubas, they are fighting in the Igbos. Kwapo, kwapo, kwapo. You must pack, you must leave. I saw a video, was it yesterday? The houses they destroy in that marketplace when that sister, that Lolo, and some other people, they were there. These were properties of Igbo in Lagos. They are destroying because they want Igbos to leave. They said that Igbos have to leave. Now they are making threats as against the 2027 general election, that if they will not vote APC, they better not come out, or else what they did to them in 2024 will be a joke to what they will do in 2027. Now, the same Igbo people you are threatening and killing and destroying their properties, you are holding their leader. Nnamdi Kanu is the leader, the face of Igbo. You are holding him, you won't let him go so that he will go with his people. So my point, and I want to sound very clearly, is that should anything happen to Nnamdi Kanu under the possession of the Yorubas, because now it's the Yorubas that are holding Nnamdi Kanu, not the Fulanis, not the Igbo leaders, not Igbo politicians. No. Why do I say that? Because the Yorubas are is the Yoruba government that we are in now. And if you want to tell me that the Fulani tell Tinubu not to release him, or Igbo politician tell, that is crap. Because the box stops with Tinubu as the president. If he gives instruction, everybody carries it out. Now the Omotosho is a Yoruba man who is the trial judge. The how is it called? Attorney Federation attorney. Yeah, is a Yoruba man. So this is Yoruba regime. They are the one who is still refusing Nnamdi Kanu to go. Meanwhile, their own son, their own person, their own brother, Igboho, they did not arrest Igboho. Igboho raised arm against the Nigerian government because he wanted to do what? We know that. And he was banned. He ran away from the country. They went after him, but he escaped, and they managed to went to Togo or wherever and set him free. And he came into the country. Tinubu did not apprehend him. He did his business and he left. And they continued to hold on Nnamdi Kanu. So I'm making it very clear that if anything happens to Nnamdi Kanu, why the Yorubas are still holding Nnamdi Kanu, we will neither forgive nor forget. And it will be a fight that will be fight to finish, and possibly forever fight. Over Nnamdi Kanu, we will, in every way possible, we will fight them. Because we already have so much going on. And if they continue on this trajectory, the man who have absolutely no business being held in DSS, Tinubu and Yorubas, they continue to hold him. If anything happens, let them know that the battle line is drawn. It will continue, even proceed after us. Our children, it will continue. I'm saying it, and because so that is just one thing I want to make clear. Now, as for this Islamic terrorist, is one reign that is going to beat everybody, because the government is with them, working with them. We've just stated severally where people will call the government, the military, the Air Force to come in, and they will not come. So that tells you everything you need to know, that this is not just some sectional, the government is behind it. And of course, when you say court in Canada declare the major parties, which is the government, a terrorist government, so what more do you want to know? That Tinubu is laughing around, he's not bothered, he doesn't care. They continue to. So they came to Lagos now and take out 4 people from what I heard, and they just goes away. They are telling you that they can come in and display, do what they want to do, and go back, and this will continue because now it continues in Lagos. Some will say is play, or it's just one off. It's not one off. It's not one off. They keep trying, testing the waters. They continue all this exercise. They know what they are doing. So, and if I may say another thing, if I would be an Igbo or Biafran in Abuja or Lagos, trust me, because it can be sporadic. You can become a victim, wrong place at the wrong time. The best thing will be everybody go back to their place, go back to your region and fortify yourself. Prepare yourself ready for what is coming because it's coming. You may not like it, but trust me, it's coming. Go back to your place, form whatever you can form to defend yourself. Because this guy, when I talk about the P2Bs of this world, the showers of this world, these are some deceitful, selfish individuals who think that them becoming, go into the book of, into the archive of Nigerian president or former Nigeria, that is worth more than anything they can. Because if you think that you're going to stop these people who are taking over, surrendered every region almost in Nigeria, that you show we stop it. How are you going to? And none of them so far has been able to come out. Even Peter B, when I watched interview, they asked him a question, he dodged it. Come and tell the people, how do you intend to these thousands, if not millions of jihadis that has taken over the place? What are you gonna do? How are you gonna assuade them to drop their arms?
They don't have any answers.
You see what I mean? So all what they care about is just to go in there. Just go in there and partake in their own share. That is what it's all about. Because you are lying to yourself when you think that you can turn the hand, this hand of the Islamic jihadists, that you can turn it around. You are lying to yourself and you are lying to the people. Only the gullible you fool, not people like us, because these guys, the Rubicon is crossed. It's just a matter of time before they overrun everywhere in the country. Thank you so much, Brother Chus.
Thank you so much, my brother Christian. We have come to the end of the program. We always landed up before you came in. So thank you so much. I'm going to be back again in the evening by the special grace of Chukwu Gabiama will anchor again in the evening to continue to...
Mazu. Yeah, sorry, Mazu. Okay, if it's possible for me, I will come in the evening. If not, tomorrow by the grace of God. But the thing is, this AMN or whatever, this Association of Nigeria, whatever, the medical teams. So now they've made carry out their taster and they'll make a report. So okay, so now we just have to wait and see what happens moving forward, right?
Yes.
Okay.
They have made their test and they submitted their results to Omotosho, the judge, and also the Attorney General. So we are waiting for their decisions.
Okay, which could come days or whatever. Anyway, but the one very important thing is that every Biafran who is genuine, every person has to know that this is a line that cannot be crossed. Because again, like I said, it's on the Yoruba government squarely. No distraction, no mixing it up. It's on them. It's Definitely. On them. Because if they cannot hold their own, who advocated for Ududuwa nation, why would they be holding Nnamdi Kanu, who he also took up arms to defend his people? Not against
in his own case, they found arms there in the house.
Exactly.
But when they invaded the home of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they didn't see anything.
Nothing.
Nothing was seen.
He had arms, so many of them, to defend his people against the Nigerian terrorists, whatever. So they look away because it's their own. So in other words, if they don't let Nnamdi Kanu go and anything happen, it's a declaration of eternal enmity and war between us and them. I'm just making it clear. Thank you so much. God bless.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you. Let's take one minute for our closing remark. Reality, are you there? Reality? Take 1 minute and give your closing remark as we close up. Reality, are you still there? Are you there, Reality? If you are there, take your 1 minute as we go on the closing remark. If you are not there, Peaceman, take your 1 minute, Peaceman, if you are there.
Yes, Brachus. Please, can you just give me maybe 2 minutes. I want to correct something that Brother Christian said about the Yorubas. We all know that the Yorubas are Afonjals, and they are the enemy we have in Nigeria mostly. And they are the number one. They are the number one because Awolowo made them to be resist to other tribes in Nigeria. So I want to also correct something that you said. You know, Tinubu is the president of the zoo, and Shetima is the terrorist vice of the zoo. Malami, you know Malami, the Attorney General of Federal Republic of the zoo called Nigeria.
Former.
He is the one holding Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, not Tinubu. Tinubu is not even the president of Nigeria.
No. It's not Malami. Malami was former. We disagree with you. It's not Malami. Malami has nothing to do with this.
He was the former, but let me tell you, underground, he is the one holding Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, my brother. I am telling you reality. I am not putting water.
Brother,
we don't talk about sentiment. Forget about sentiment and
those are sentiment and excuse. The buck stops with you. Who is the president? Simple.
I am telling you reality. Malami is the one holding him.
Malami has nothing to do with that. Malami has nothing to do with that. Malami was there as the SAGF, the Attorney General of the that is there now. Is appointed by Tinubu, so the box comes to Tinubu's office.
You can listen to me. Before I came to Europe, because the country I'm living is not an English country. We speak different language, apart from our mother language, you know, that we're using to communicate ourselves here. So mostly sometimes English is very hard because I've been living in Europe for a very long time. And I know about politics. I know about politics. You know, what I'm telling you, because people say that the Funanis were the people that the British gave the power in Nigeria to control Nigeria. So when I'm telling you that Manami is underground operating, the Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will not come out. Believe me, one day you will tell me that Peace told you about this.
My brother, you see why I disagree with you. Malami is not the only Hausa man that have become HGF, Attorney General. Malami, if you know about politics very well, you should know that Malami is not the only Fulani Attorney General have been there and out. So when you talk about the connection of what the Fulanis are doing or handing them over, that was a different ballgame altogether. But when it comes to the case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who is in his hand today, they either let him go or not let go. It has nothing to do with the Malami.
It's not even making sense. If it's Malami, why did Malami not arrest Sunday Igboho when he entered Nigeria? Why? If he's the one who is making the whole decision as you are proclaiming now.
Tinubu is the president of Nigeria. So they know that, what is his name? Sunday Igboho is not fighting for Duduwa. Properly the way our leader is fighting for Biafra. They know about that. They know he can't. He can't divide because
let's forget about sentiment and face reality. In the reality of the sense, as we see today, Tinubu have chosen his own Attorney General.
Exactly.
When Buhari was there, Buhari chose his own Attorney General and he used Malami effectively.
Exactly.
He used Malami, and Malami was the one that superheaded and supervised the kidnap of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and brought him into Nigeria. That we all know.
Yeah.
And the case of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is with Nigeria and Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Whoever leads Nigeria today is in charge of that case.
Simple.
That one is the registered agreement. Anybody that comes in, you have to follow that step. Just they have unspoken. Let me play a video. I want you to listen to this video made by Shore, even though we don't agree with him 100%. But I want you to listen to this video that what Shore said. Maybe it will help you to understand what we are saying. When you talk about, don't blame an individual or Malami. Who is Malami? Malami is somebody. Let me look at that video. Let me see if I can find that video of Shore. Let's listen to what Shore said in that video. I want us to use it and to explain certain things, because these people, there are certain things that we don't just argue over it or say things because of sentiment. You know, we have sentiment, even propaganda. Sometimes we use it, but not in all cases. Certain issues that are very straight, you just say it the way it is, and we move on. Let me see if I can find that video. Oh, sorry, I cannot find it. There was a video. The video I'm looking for is a video where Showore talks about the secret code in Nigeria against an Igbo man.
Yeah, okay. I remember. I know the video.
I think you know the video. When
Yes.
you talk about it's something that is written down that anybody that comes in power, whoever stepped into that office, must abide by it.
Yeah.
It's a secret code.
Yeah.
Whoever stepped into there, you become in charge. Once you get into there, you become in charge, and you must abide by it.
Yeah.
So it is not just about sentiment of this guy or whatever. I think I've seen the video.
Okay. I would do is to head to the Southeast and apologize to them for the war. Nigeria has a problem. And I've always said, Nigeria has an Igbo problem. And I'm not saying it to please people who are known as Igbos. But the moment they decided to take the action they took in 1967 to 1970, the war, Nigeria, having won that war in their eyes, never forgave the Igbos. There is a secret memo, I don't know where it is located, in government, that whenever we want to take charge in this country, be careful of the Igbo. Don't give them position. Don't give them opportunity. Otherwise, they will overrun. It's a well-known fact. Even our parents, tell us, Igbo. You understand? Some of them even say unconsciously. They even say it on radio shows in this country. So don't let us lie to ourselves, because except we bring this out openly and discuss, it's a taboo that we have refused to discuss. True. We are not going to solve the problem. It is the reason why the federal government of Nigeria feels that in 2024, detaining Nnamdi Kanu against all the court orders, against all the court rulings, is the only way to go. You know, I was detained in the DSS place for 5 months. Yes. There is nothing there to detain anybody. The place is not even functioning. The DSS headquarters. Yes, is it the same DSS people who are watching BB Nigeria from morning to...
Did you hear that? I hope this very video will explain certain things. So, you know, some of them, in as much as we disagree, there are certain, when certain facts come out, we use it when it's supposed to be used.
Of course.
So that guy is not, it doesn't have anything to do. So my brother, Peaceman, if you're still there, you can conclude your submission while we'll try to wrap up.
I heard all Showore said, but, you know, Showore is a Yoruba man, you understand? He's a Yoruba man. I'm not against him. I don't hate him. I don't like him, but I don't trust him. You know, I don't trust him, because he's telling you that the parents told them that Igbo people are bad. So they have grown up with this mentality. So we have to be careful right now, because we Igbo, some of us were so emotional, but I am not emotional. Someone, you know, I'm not emotional. Someone. So people like Showore can talk 1 million times, but still I don't trust him. So I'm sorry. I know maybe you may misunderstood me, what I'm saying, but Showore, I don't trust him, because he grown up with that mentality, and he have confessed that this was what his parents taught him, and he grown up with that. And he's not telling we that this was what his parents told him. That is very, very good. So Biafrans, don't be so emotional. You know, sometimes you have to understand that you are not doing. I didn't ask you to be racist. So Biafrans, don't be racist, but be wise. Open your mind.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Peaceman.